How to make a lip sync shelf like this one right here that you're familiar with. This is Malcolm 2.0, and I've discovered that this old one, the original one, does actually work. So I'm not sure what the problem is, if it's referenced or what, but he's working. So there you can actually see the script for the O shape, which he is in right now. So I go press the A. I should see that script. Jaw is, yeah, there it is. It's complicated, but it really isn't. All right, let's just start fresh, okay? So let's close his mouse up and start. So the very first thing you're going to do is set preferences. Something you should always do. And so I'll go Maya preferences, and I'll go to animation. All looks good. Then I'll go to time slider. Yeah, this is going to get active. So very first thing with audio, as you remember, play every frame. No, we're going to 24 frames. Update view, always go to all windows in case you're using 4 windows, which you should be in the habit of doing. And I don't see a way of changing the size of the timeline anymore. It may have shifted. There may be another way of doing it. I just have lost, maybe disconnected. I don't know. Maybe there's another view up here in the point of view. I just don't see it. Anyway, doesn't matter. So this is all fine. I'm happy with this, and I'm going to go back to just the smaller tick size for the keyframes and save that. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is this is a very crowded space here, and I want to just get to the curves that affect the animation that we're going to do. So I'm going to go up under show, and I'm going to go none, and show. I'm just going to do NURBS curves, and enough business there, and show polygons. There, that's all I really want to see. I'm also going to go up to, you'll often see it's closed off, selection mask icons, and make sure that these are all off. That's off, that's off, that's off, that's off, that's off, and that's off, and only select curves is on, so that when I select, I'm only selecting the curves. I'm not accidentally selecting geometry or anything else, okay? You really want to have that. Just give yourself control. And again, I have to be able to move him around. Well, right now he's nice. Sometimes when he doesn't move sort of around the middle of the axis, all you have to do is pick a curve, right, and press the letter F. And that will give you that's what it's going to rotate around, okay? And that's a nice one. That gives you absolute control. I could go in even tighter and say, let's just rotate around this. Oh, even better, okay? And I have a nice thing to rotate around. All right, let's put a mouth. We're never going to get that close, but we have to be close when we're setting up. So we know that we have to make a certain set of keys. And we're going to need to make a new shelf for that. So I'm going to go up to the shelf editor right here, and I'm going to go new shelf and name the shelf how to, just for the sake of this. Okay, so here's our new shelf. And I'm going to now select curves. We know we have to make something that's going to show the keys. okay? Because they can disappear. We want to only just see the keys for our lip sync, all right? In case as we're doing it for the talking part of our character animation. We want 10 mouths, the MVP, E, O, U, S, T, N, F, V, T, H, and L sounds. Not the letters, as you recall, we are animating sounds. So sometimes the O shape will work for an aw sounding word. It's a sound, okay? I can't emphasize that enough. So let's just take a look at what are the controls we need to make those shapes. The primary mover in all of this is going to be the jaw, okay? That's the thing that opens and closes. And it's always going to rotate, okay? So it's going to rotate, open, and closed, right? So if the jaw is doing that, what is the attribute? What is the channel that we're going to set keys on? So we don't want to set keys on all the channels in case you want to have some freedom to animate, another position. You want it to animate doing, something else. Well, then we're only going to set keys on the rotate X, okay? And that's the important thing here, and this is what you have to get in mind when you're setting up your shelf. Is you pick the things. Here is the lower lip, and we know that it's going to be part of an U mouth, and it's going to be part of an F mouth. So it's going to have to rotate to get under the top teeth, and that would be a rotate X. It's going to have to translate out, so that's going to be a translate Z, because this is really not that significant. There. So, we start making a list of these sorts, so I don't need to worry about all of these. Well, there is fun, which is, yeah, I don't even want to know. You're going to find these odd ones in there. Don't even bother. You can use them for expressions and shapes. So you see what I'm going at? I'm saying what are the prime curves, and within those curves, what are the channels that we need to worry about? All right. So let's say we have we know that the all those vowel where the mouth is opening, those are going to be they're going to definitely be the jaw rotating in various degrees, right? And then for an E, we know we're going to be picking a corner, and the corner is going to be translating up and down, not too much, just a little bit for the E, because we don't want to really mess up if we want to do a stupid expression. But we're only going to use that corner because you will have the opportunity to use one of these controls if you want to get a sneer or some kind of other expression on there. I won't touch those, I won't lock it down. But I need that corner for the E shapes, and I need it for the U shapes. Oops, wrong one. And I'll need it for when I'm pulling out and going into an U. Alright, so I think I need to have, to determine that those are channels that I need. So I'm going to write them down as I do them. That I have to make sure that I have the channels written down in the pieces. So upper lip, I think I may have to lift it up. So I will have that channel to concern myself with. So it's really upper, lower, right corner, left corner. Okay? And the last thing I'll have to worry about, never worry about teeth. Upper teeth never move. The last thing I'll have to worry about is the tongue. Because the tongue is going to make a TH and it's going to make an L. So inside the mouth, I have a number of sort of control curves. And let's see which one this is. This is 4, 3. Now, for an L mouth, we know that it's going to L like that. And it seems they all kind of pick. So there's 3. So there's my L, blah, 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 la, la, la. But you're not going to be able to see it because an L mouth has to come off the back of the teeth. So I'm going to have to combine the L with the translate, right? And the jaw will never be open that wide for an L mouth because it's quick. An L mouth is it's just a flash. Okay, that's why you don't use the L mouth for D. Okay, because it's going to be, if it's there for any length of time, it's going to look awful and we never see it. So that's that. So we know it'll be L mouth or L control tongue 3, and it's going to be rotate X and translate Z. So I'm making a list, okay, of all these controls and all these attributes. Great. Good, good, good. Okay, so now, just for the sake of saying, well, once I get animating, I want to see who I'm setting keys on and who I have set keys on. I'll do my next thing, which is start setting up a shelf. So this shelf, first shelf button, will just show me the keys that I've set. So let's start with our most important one. Our base control is the jaw. Okay, and then I'm going to start this again. Okay, translate. I'm going to say the jaw. That's our first one. Hold down the shift. Lower lip. Upper lip. Left. And then that's left. And then or actually it's 3, for heaven's sake. Now it's 3. It's okay. I can fix this. You will see in a moment. Okay, so there's everything I need to do my mouth. So what do I do next? I go down to the script editor, and I'll see everything that I've picked. Now I'm going to start with select clear. And these are all the selections, and drag them down. And I'm actually going to just get rid of that 4 and 5 because I really don't need them. So delete. There. So there it is. There is the pick. That's going to show me every key I set. And what it'll be keying is the specific channels I've picked on here. Okay? So hold down the right mouse button, drag it up into the shelf. Does it want to be a Mel or a Python? It wants to be Mel. I go up to the shelf editor, and I go to the rename, and I click this quickly 3 times. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. There. And I rename it, and I call it keys. And I label it so that I know what it is. Icon label, keys, and I can even change the color. There, wow, I can't miss that. Very cool. And that's all set. Now here's the neat thing. If I go up and look at shelves and then the command, and I pick the keys, under command, that's just what there it is, right there. Ta-da! There, big deal. So now I have that. I have that in place, and I should have a working set of. That should show the keys. Let's close this jaw up by typing in 0. Yeah. And if I set a key on that, select these, and I press the letter S, there, see, it shows up. Click off of it, the key disappears. All right, so that's how we start. Now we'll start making mouse shapes, okay? I'll see you in a second.